Howdy toddy everybody, this is Tommy with Colonel Reb Scale Models coming at you on Friday, September the 5th with my entry to Cliff Roadhog0822's Cancer Awareness Build. You can call it a group build, you can just call it a community build. It's good to see everybody jumping in. So, I've known a lot of people in the past who have had cancer. Unfortunately, most didn't survive their bouts. And I just felt kind of compelled to join in as well and kind of put, I guess, everything that I'm working on hold to get this done, because I think it's that important. I have a cousin who's a little bit older than I am, that has just been diagnosed with lung cancer and terminally given, maybe 6 months to 9 months to live, lifetime smoker. And she was to the stage where the doctor said, there's no reason to even stop smoking at this point because it's not going to help. So, that's heartbreaking. And then, right before the end of the school year, back in May, I attended a funeral for a neighbor who had gone through a couple of rounds of chemo for breast cancer, and her body just wasn't responding. And, I've only known her, we've only lived here since 2011. So, I kind of only ever known her once she had cancer. I didn't really get to know her before that, and she was an amazing woman. I went to the funeral, and it was very touching. Probably one of the most, I hate to say a funeral is good, but I tell you, it was very heart-wrenching to sit there and just listen to all of the testimony, listen to her 3 college-age students, or students' kids, that she was leaving behind, and her husband. And just to find out there was so much about her that I didn't know, because I hadn't had a chance to really get to know her, because she wasn't here a lot of the times, because she was in Houston a lot with her chemo, and then toward the end of her life, I was helping. I was kind of like her go-to person when one of her caregivers wasn't on time or was late or whatever, and I would help her. Many times called over to help her, just get into the house or get out of up the stairs or what have you. And it was very difficult. So, other than that, I had an uncle who passed away with brain cancer many years ago. I've known colleagues who have passed away. One in particular just a couple of years ago, young, probably not, I think he was about 41 or 42. He was a little bit older than I was when he passed away, and had a wife, young kids, and it was his second bout with skin cancer. And he was cancer-free for several years, and that was before I met him and started working with him. And then it came back, and it was more aggressive than it was before. And once they determined it was there, it was bad. And so I still see, follow his wife and the kids on Facebook and stuff. And, I've had several colleagues that have either had spouses or whatever. So, like most everybody saying, it's kind of hard nowadays to find anybody who hasn't been touched by this disease, and it comes in so many forms and stuff. So, like I said, I just kind of felt compelled to jump in and do something to raise awareness. So I was trying to think of something to do, and I jokingly was trying to convince Wayne, Fishing with Winkster, to do one of his Gundams in multicolor or pink or purple or lavender, and he was kind of too far gone on working on one of the ones he had. So I thought about doing that. I have the previous Gundam that I had shown you guys I built in 20 minutes, something like that, but I never did any weathering or detailing or anything on it. So I have that as a possibility. And my thoughts on that was because, and of course the great thing about these, if you don't glue them, they're just snapped together. So I can take all the pieces apart, clean them up, because I didn't really clean them before, get the seams filled and everything. And then what I thought was, since there's so many different areas that I can incorporate so many of the different colors of the different ribbons, which I think there's what, 31 or 32 or something like that. But there's so much that you can do. I mean, you can put colors of the greens and the burgundies and even the the blacks and the whites. I mean, I could even maybe zebra stripe one of these for one of the ones I saw. But you could do gradations, having the darkest colors here that that go down to the bottom and get to the point where it's either lavender or pink or yellow. He's already got yellow here. He's got red. So he's already well on his way. It's just a matter of actually, taking him back apart, getting him more true build ready, I guess you would say, as far as the fit and finish in the seams and getting rid of some of the attachment points from the sprues and getting it all just cleaned up and then reprimed or primed and then start doing the different colors. So I thought about that. The other thing that I was going to do was, and this was actually my first choice to do something, because I like this little kit anyway, and that's why I've got two of them actually. Was this the new release version of the Mayor's Manx, which I know Paul Turley had done a cool little build on it several months back, and doing this one. I bought two of these just because I got them on a good price at Hobby Lobby, which was marked down from 22 down to just under 8. So I actually picked up two of them, and I was looking through them this morning. I still have the shrink wrap on it, but I just wanted to look inside it. And once I pulled, I think this might be the one, maybe not, but it comes with it comes with several top options, and it comes with different build options, because that's the way he designed it when he built it. And it comes with like diorama. You can make the diorama of like this little, that's the road, but you can make the diorama of the actual, can you see that hamburger joint that's in the back? So I'm probably not going to do that. But when I opened it and I started looking through it, I came across this, which I didn't realize it, but they actually are, it's a special kit, because as it says, 1 out of every 12 is modeled in a special color, because the other one is white. I checked the other one, it was not, it was just a standard one, which is all white with chrome. And this one actually is molded in this almost like a metal flake red. So the plastic is in I guess you'd say impregnated with the metal flake inside it. So you technically wouldn't have to paint it, but supposedly this makes them more of a collector item, which I doubt it would ever be worth anything down the road, but who knows. And I'm not sure if they had done this previously. I think that they did, and they're redoing it as well. So I didn't want to paint over that, at least for now, because I do have a plan. I did have a plan for both of these, and like I said, I am going to possibly do this one. So I kind of wanted to see what you fellas thought, which one I should do. Should I do the Myers Manx, and probably in a pink or a lavender or purple, because I was going to use craft acrylics and have a ton of those, because I bought several of the purples and pinks and fuchsias and things like that to paint some of my daughter's models, because that's her favorite colors. But then I could also, like I said, take this back apart and redo the Gundam. It'll be, it won't look very much like what the TV show is, but like I said, I could probably incorporate every color that is on the color chart on the Cancer Awareness page. I think it's Cancer Hope or Choose Hope. That's what it was, choosehope.org. So, I was just going to see what you guys thought. So anyway, so I'm going to do one of them. So you let me know in your comments. I appreciate any feedback, any ideas. If everybody chooses to do the Manx, what you think would be cool as far as colors, or color combinations, and top on, top off, the dune buggy tires versus the sand tires versus the street tires, that kind of thing. So just looking for some feedback on those. But one of these will be built for Cliff's Cancer Awareness build, and I'm going to get started on it as soon as possible. I've got my son's rain gutter regatta coming up tonight, and I'll get some pictures and stuff of the boat that we put together, and I painted, and some testing and stuff that I did that I'll be able to incorporate later in my model building. So I'll get started on this weekend. So anyway, lots of thanks for Cliff for bringing this out to the community, and it's great to see a lot of people already jumping in, you know, whether it be the car guys or the plane guys, tank guys. I mean, we got Benjamin Bill doing a Pink Panther tank. We got Chris and Alex Modeling doing a light pinkish color Spitfire. I mean, it just goes to show you can put these colors on anything as long as we're raising awareness for the cause. So again, thanks a lot, Cliff, for doing this. I hope everybody jumps in. Everybody have a great weekend. Spend time with your families, and then get some time at the bench if you can. And we will chat on the next update on this build. So as always, fellas, hotty toddy, and God bless.